people
I think he
listen to me.
could. I think he could.
Well,
I think
we'll
he could.
see. And then last
Well,
on
we
that
won't
list...
see because that will never happen. So we'll see. No, we won't.
Hello, and welcome to the Sesame Podcast with Kat and Tip. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Do you want another go at that? Make it sound a bit more convincing? That was...
Twitter's pissing me off. It's fine.
Yeah. Kat's about to
I'm having a rough day.
take down all of Twitter. Yeah.
It's been heavy.
Mm.
That's what I got.
Yeah.
Every time I log into Twitter, which means I probably shouldn't be doing it anymore, every time I log into Twitter, it's on fire.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna...
It's something.
Yeah.
It's something at the minute.
Mm-hmm.
But has there been any news that we're...
Not like official news.
Yeah. I mean, we are recording this on...
Wednesday.
On the 4th.
Mm.
So
No
there
news
may
as
well
of
be
yet.
news in the week between recording and this going out.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything. Apart from obviously Doctor Who is dead.
Yeah.
And
And Russell is a racist, sexist, and transphobic, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Because he cast Billy Piper. So as long as you know that.
Yeah. No, I was fully aware.
Yeah.
Most right-wing man in television.
Yeah. So I'm glad we can all agree on that.
Absolutely. So this week we thought, well, basically we'd had this penciled in the schedule for what we were going to do for the first episode after the series ended. We had our suspicions that the lovely Shooty Gatwa would be leaving, but thought it was more than likely that we'd get an open regeneration, start to glow, and then cut to black.
Yeah.
Which may well have been the plan.
Who knows?
Who knows? But obviously, instead, we got the lovely,
Billy
beautiful
Piper.
smile of Billy Piper.
Yeah.
So that's not the case. No open regen.
No.
However, A, because we already had it scheduled in and I'd made a thumbnail.
So it's happening.
So it's happening. And B, because there's, we've got our theories about if Billy is actually playing the Doctor.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And all of that.
Yeah.
So this week we are talking fan casts of who we would like to see take on the role of the Doctor.
Yeah. I've got 4, you've got 4.
Yes, we've got 4 each. I've got a few honourable mentions and things that we can like scatter in as well.
Okay. Yeah.
But I thought we'd do a little what if, just a little light and breezy one. Probably not as long as last week's.
Definitely won't be as long as last week.
Because as we speak, I'm still editing it. So this will be a nice little breezy one. Hopefully people won't cry about it, but you never know. I'm sure we'll be touted as the worst people ever for who we've picked. And
probably.
That we're,
Considering mine are all women, so I'm sure that'll be
brilliant.
Yeah.
Majority of mine are.
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
It's okay. Well, none of mine are Stephen Graham, so maybe I won't get lambasted like Mr. TARDIS did.
Yeah.
So you never know. But before we start and go into our actual picks, I thought we could. I've made a bit of a list for a couple of lists of like the usual suspects that come up every time.
I remember when I was convinced it was going to be him.
Who's that?
Chris Marshall.
Oh, Chris Marshall.
Yeah, and then Jodie came.
Yeah, he's on here.
Yeah. I was like, it's him.
Yeah, because it's interesting because every time that a doctor is stepping down from the role, there's always
the same 5.
The same names that come up for the bookies' favourites, and I mean, to be fair, a lot of the time, I remember when Matt was leaving, when Peter was leaving, when Jodie was leaving, I'm pretty sure David Tennant came up.
Oh yeah, David Tennant.
In those,
yeah,
and it was like, obviously not. He's not going to come back.
Anyway.
But yeah, I've
Well,
made a.
David Tennant was actually initially my number one.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. I know I said I've got majority women.
yeah,
They're David Tennant in drag.
yeah,
Is
yeah.
that? Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
counts. That counts,
That counts, right?
right?
Yeah. So I've got a list, but I've split it into three
Okay,
of
go on.
like categories.
Got them.
So I thought we could I'll run down these
Go
and we
on.
can maybe talk a little bit briefly about some of them that jump out to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the first sort of category I've got
Right.
is like nerdy guys
Right.
slash um, guys that have been in some kind of like prominent genre fiction.
Mm.
I'm talking your Marvel, your Sherlock, Merlin,
Okay.
all of that sort of stuff.
Mm.
So I've got Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, but I'd love to see him. I would. He is incredible.
I do like Tom Hiddleston. There's something about him that just doesn't.
What?
I don't know.
What?
I don't see Doctor.
What?
I don't know what it is. I think it's
What?
maybe because I see
Crazy.
him as Loki. Maybe that's just the association I've got in my head. But also he kind of got to do some Doctor Who stuff with the Loki series, I think.
Well, yeah, watching Loki and it feeling very Doctor Who, I was happy about that. And I love watching him. I think he's just a brilliant actor. So, like, if he was cast, I wouldn't be mad.
And I mean, realistically, like, way too big for Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Like, now.
Yeah.
As a lot of the people on this list are.
Yeah.
Ben Whishaw, who is Q in the James Bond films.
Haven't seen James Bond.
I will get. Yeah, to be fair, I should have photos prepared for all of these people because
I don't do names.
Kat is terrible at recognising anyone's name.
I don't know names. I know faces.
That's Ben Whishaw.
Oh, okay.
He's also the voice of Paddington.
Oh, that. I wish I didn't know.
Why?
I don't know, because now I see his face and I can hear Paddington and it makes me feel a bit weird.
Okay. I don't even know what that means, but sure. Next, Eddie Redmayne.
Yeah. I don't see him as the Doctor, but he's good.
No, an Eddie Redmayne Doctor would just be Matt Smith.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
In fact, his character in what's the spin-off thing called? I've only seen the first one.
The Beast.
The Fantastic Beasts. It's just 11th Doctor.
Yeah.
Like
I've never seen it. I've only ever seen him in Les Mis and when I was at work.
When you were at work?
Were you in when he came in?
No.
Were you not in?
No.
Oh, yeah, he brought his son in.
I was in when Tom Fletcher came in.
No, yeah, he was sat with his son.
Oh.
And then everyone noticed, and then he got a massive horde and he had to leave.
So, Eddie Redmayne came into our old work.
Yeah. And you didn't know?
No.
Oh.
No idea.
Really?
Yeah.
That's mad.
Well, there you go. Andrew Garfield.
This is the thing with Eddie, Tom Hiddleston, and Andrew. They're all just 11th Doctor, aren't they?
I think Andrew's more 10.
Okay, well, within that range then, 10, 11.
I think Andrew, like pre-Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield would have been a great shout.
I know this face.
It's Frank. Yeah, I think maybe.
I think it'd be good, but he would be too springy.
Yeah, I think
could see him as 10, 11.
Yeah, it wouldn't be different enough.
No.
I don't think he could do something different with it, but I think just
he's a good actor. But
even just to look at him, he's
you
very
see
sort of
both of them. Yeah.
But also I don't know if he'd sign on to obviously he signed on to Spider-Man, but he was a big fan of the Spider-Man films and stuff. Next, I've got the three Sherlock boys: Benedict Cumberbatch, Martin Freeman, Andrew Scott.
No. Just no.
Benedict Cumberbatch, people only say him because of Sherlock.
Yeah.
And I get that there's some crossover, I guess, in the
if I wanted to see him in the Who, I'd want him to be a master.
No.
No?
No.
I think he could do a pretty evil something.
No, it's not. It's not him being a villain. I just don't think. I think if he were to be in Doctor Who, A, he's way too big for it now. Again,
which is fine.
B, he'd be playing. I can't see a world where he's not playing like a hyper intelligent Sherlock-esque or like Doctor Strange-esque character.
Yeah.
And I don't want
that. Oh yeah, I forgot he was Doctor Strange.
Yeah. That's what I mean. He's way too big.
Yeah, I forgot that.
Martin Freeman.
I love him.
I love Martin Freeman.
But he's not.
I love Benedict Cumberbatch.
But he's not the Doctor.
Martin Freeman's too everyman.
Yeah.
He's too normal.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Scott, I adore.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely one of my favourite actors working.
I think he's just too big, isn't he?
He's too big. He'd never take something like that after Sherlock, I don't think. I get the feeling that
was his.
Yeah, and he's moved on to do just things that he actually wants to do. He's done like a lot of theatre and stuff. He did All of Us Strangers, which is beautiful, beautiful film. Yeah, I think I don't think. Also, would we have an English Andrew Scott? Would we have Irish Andrew Scott? How do we feel about non-British doctors?
Fine.
It's
Although I wouldn't want an American doctor.
Yeah, that feels wrong.
Yeah.
But somehow
But
Irish,
Scottish feels...
Well, Scottish is British.
Yeah. I don't know what countries are.
So Great Britain is made up of England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland.
Right.
Ireland is its own thing. Ireland isn't British.
The bottom half of it, yeah.
Southern Ireland, yeah.
Geography lesson with Kat.
Yeah. Obviously, we've had English doctors, we've had Scottish doctors.
Yeah.
We've not had any Welsh doctors. Just loads of Welsh bloody actors in the New Who series. And then we've not had any Irish doctors. But I may have one in my list.
Oh, of course you do. I have a pretty good idea of what your list is, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Can you write down your guesses?
No. Because I know I'll be like, I've got the like faces, so I can't write down the names because I can't remember what her name is. Okay. As they come up, I'll say that's what I thought, or I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I love Andrew Scott, but no, not for the Doctor. James McAvoy.
I love him.
I also love him.
He would be a sick Doctor. He's just a chameleon, so I really think he'd do something quite interesting with it.
I think maybe pre X-Men.
Didn't even know he was an X-Men.
Definitely like pre-split.
Yeah, pre-split.
Yeah, I think James McAvoy's an interesting one because I think of him as being quite a big actor, but then he's not, like, he's done big things, but I still don't think he gets the acclaim and the recognition that I think he should. Yeah, I actually think he'd be
I think he'd be good.
Quite good, yeah. Another Scott I've got here, Ewan McGregor.
Who?
That's Ewan McGregor.
What's he been in?
He's in Star Wars. He's in...
Oh, wait, is he the one with the long hair? No. Okay.
He's in Trainspotting.
Never seen it.
He's in...
I don't think I've ever seen
He's in Moulin Rouge. He's great. Ewan McGregor's great.
I was going to say, I don't think I've ever seen him before.
But, yeah, probably not a Doctor pick.
Okay.
For me.
I don't recognise him, so...
Richard Ayoade.
Oh, f*** off. No. Shut up. No. Next. Not even giving that the time of day. Next.
Yeah. Matt Bainton.
Love him. Obsessed with him. But that's for many reasons.
Cat fancies Matt Bainton. You know what though?
It's because he's like the 10th Doctor.
There's a few people I know that like he was a bit of an awakening for them on Horrible Histories.
I can neither confirm nor deny. I can neither confirm nor deny.
But seriously, there's like I know like half a dozen people that are like
he changed some lives.
Interesting.
I used to run to my nan's to make it for 4 o'clock for Horrible History.
Just to fawn over Matt Bainton.
That's literally why, like, yeah, no, just.
Yeah, I like him.
I think he's
not the
not
Doctor.
the Doctor, but he's fabulous.
I'd like to see him in the show.
Yeah.
At some point.
Mm-hmm.
Rupert Grint.
Ron. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he's cool. But
yeah,
no. Tom Ellis, who is
Martha's husband. Before...
Martha's husband, Lucifer.
Yeah.
Gary and Miranda.
No.
Colin Morgan, who
Oliver
is
Morgenstern.
not Oliver Morgenstern. Colin Morgan, who's Merlin, Jethro in Midnight. He's in Humans.
Twink. No.
Yeah, I think maybe back in the day, like
I don't think so.
When like around the time Matt was cast, like I can imagine.
I remember him coming up before.
Yeah, I can imagine that sort of era.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Robert Sheehan.
Oh.
I feel like I'm just listing people that you fancy at this point.
He's sweet. I'd like him.
I do like. Interesting fact, I met Robert Sheehan in a pub last year.
Yeah. I remember that. And you didn't even get a picture, and you didn't even tell him my name. So.
I did ask him for a picture.
Oh, did he say no?
I'd asked him. We had a chat with him, and I was like, "Oh, would you mind if I got a photo?" And he was like, "Usually I'd say yes, but I'm quite pissed." So, and I was like, "Nah, fair enough."
That's fine.
Yeah.
I think he'd be good. I like him.
I don't see him as Doctor-y.
I don't see him as Doctor-y, but I'd like to see him.
I don't think he's got.
I think he'd be good though. He's a good actor.
He is.
I think that he would, from what like he's kind of best known for. I think he'd switch it up.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen him do anything where he's got the kind of gravitas.
Yeah, but
of the Doctor. That's not to say.
I was going to say, it doesn't mean I think he could do it.
But that sort of commanding, like more dramatic side to the role. Do you know what I mean? Not that he can't do drama, but like the real like raw sort of I'm in control of the room and you.
I think he could. I think he could.
Well,
I think
we'll
he could.
see. And then last
on that list. Well, we won't see because that will never happen. So we'll see. No, we won't.
Last on that list is Chris Marshall.
Oh, funny that.
Yeah.
I just.
Because I never understood that.
Really? See, I love Death in Paradise. I love him. I think he's great. I'd happily sit and watch him be the Doctor for however long. He's just bumbly. Yeah,
I think that's it. I think that's...
But he's a really good actor in the same breath. I think he could bring something to Doctor Who. But again, I love him, but the way that I resonated him when I was younger was because he is like Ten and Matt emerge.
Yeah, he's very.
So
much
he would be within that category of casting someone who's
sort of the Tumblr era.
Yeah, the Doctor Who Tumblr era. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was my first bit of the list.
Go on.
Second list. This is quirky, bit nerdy, maybe slightly sort of androgynous women.
Cool.
So
if there's a crossover, because we're talking women now, if there's a crossover from our list, are we saying that they're on our list or no?
Yeah, if we've got someone.
Okay.
If we've got someone on there, then we'll.
All right.
Yeah. Tilda Swinton, who is in Doctor Strange. She's Sorcerer Supreme, White Witch in Narnia. Yeah.
Yeah. Her.
Yeah, great actress.
Yeah, she's great.
I think too big.
I also don't really see her as the Doctor.
No, I think she'd be like a kick-ass villain.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'd like to see her as a villain. Yeah, she's great.
To be fair, like a lot of the people on these lists, I really like as actors.
Yeah.
And would like to see them in the show at some point.
Just not as the Doctor.
Maybe not as the Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could have seen them before. Yeah.
Right.
Like maybe 5-10 years ago. But case in point, Olivia Colman.
She's on my list.
She's on your list?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love her. I think she'd be great as the Doctor now, especially as she's like older.
We'll save Olivia Colman talk for in a minute then.
Okay.
Helena Bonham Carter.
No. Next.
Okay. Gillian Anderson.
She's on my list.
Cool. We'll save talk for her in a moment. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Fleabag.
I don't even know if I could see her in the show. Not as the Doctor. She doesn't give me Doctor vibes.
No.
She's a great actress, great writer.
I know
you adore
Phoebe
her.
Waller-Bridge.
I know you do.
But no.
But no, I can't see it.
No. Kate Blanchett.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean Aussie, so definitely not British.
No.
Again, great actress.
Just not the Doctor.
Way too big.
Oh, okay.
Way too big for the show.
Yeah.
As quite a few of these are actually. Daisy Ridley, who's
she's what's her face from Star Wars.
Yeah.
I was gonna cosplay her.
You don't like Star Wars?
No, but I went to see that one.
Yeah.
What one was that one? Rogue One?
Force Awakens.
I went to see that one and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, because Yoda's in it and then like a rock crumbles or something. Yeah, I remember that.
No, I think that might be one of the other ones.
Oh, okay.
She's in 3.
Oh.
She's in 3
I
of
saw
them.
it was her first one.
Force Awakens, yeah.
I went to see the Force, but I've seen a couple others as well. But I fell asleep in the cinema. Star Wars isn't my thing. But I remember Yoda and they're being up a mountain or something. But I remember her outfit, and I was like, I need to cosplay her.
There are so many Star Wars fans that are just like, stop talking.
Okay.
Yeah, Daisy Ridley. I think it's literally just because, you've played a role in this sci-fi franchise.
Yeah.
I can see you being in this one. Similarly, Hayley Atwell, who's
she's the wife in Captain America.
Peggy Carter.
Yeah.
I
like her. I think she's good.
I think she's good. Yeah, again,
not
I think
really
maybe
doctory, but
yeah, maybe not. Emma Watson.
Emma what? Hermione?
Yeah.
No.
No. Speaking of Loki, Sophia Di Martino, who's
is she
what's her
Sylvie?
name? Sylvie.
No, didn't like her as Sylvie. Didn't like her in Friday Night Dinner. She's another one who I can tell is acting and it bothers me.
Right.
I can't do it. If I watch someone acting in front of me and I can see they're acting, no, absolutely not. That's a hard no.
Tamsin Greig. Speaking of Friday Night
Dinner. No. I think she's a great actress. Absolutely, I think she's brilliant, but not as a doctor. She's too busy being a scientist, opening up people's heads.
Yeah, she's a bloody info spike nurse, man.
Do you know what I mean?
I think she'd be great as a great villain.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I can see her as a villain, absolutely.
Like, I could even see her as like
the Rani.
The Rani. Yeah, like a kind of Michelle Gomez-esque master, or like a character like that, not necessarily.
I was gonna say I don't think she'd play it as bouncy as Missy.
No. I think it'd be a little bit more
subdued,
sinister. Yeah. Maxine Peake. She's just.
Why do I recognise her face?
She's looking at a photo. She's been in.
I recognise her.
I'm trying to think like the big things that she's been in that you would know. She was in Dinner Date. She was in an episode of Inside Number 9. She's in an episode of Black Mirror.
Oh, I remember. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think she's a great actor.
I can't really say anything because I recognise her, but I can't picture her.
I'd imagine she could do basically 13, but with a bit more weight to the dramatic moments.
Right.
Like, not to slate Jodie, but I think to have a little bit more grit.
Yeah.
Katie McGrath, who is Morgana in Merlin, Irish actress. She's in the first Jurassic World film and gets eaten by 2 dinosaurs.
You're saying so many things that I've never seen before.
Excuse me for naming very mainstream popular franchises. She's in Supergirl as well, the CW series.
I have no idea what that is. Yeah, sorry.
Cool. Good chat. Miranda Hart.
Excuse me?
You heard.
She's Bookie's favourite.
Miranda genuinely comes up a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I was thinking Miranda, like Miranda.
Miranda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. No. I can... Not even as a companion.
No.
No, I couldn't see it.
I can genuinely see her as like maybe a slightly comedic sort of side character.
Yeah.
Or like a kind of Nardole role.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Like I think she could do some
She could
some
do
drama, but
yeah,
like
she could do dramatics, but
majority sort of comedic
relief.
and light stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
There you go.
That's mad.
Lily James.
Wait.
I always get confused between Lily James and Lily Collins.
Hold on.
Lily James is the one that's
okay,
in
yeah.
Mamma Mia and
yeah.
Baby Driver.
Yeah.
She was the live action Cinderella, the Kenneth Branagh one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
no.
she's great. Too big. Wouldn't do Doctor Who, I can't imagine.
I couldn't imagine her as a doctor, no.
No. Last one, Catherine Parkinson.
Really?
Yeah.
I love her. Not as a doctor.
No.
But I think she's great.
I do like Catherine Parkinson, yeah.
Yeah.
I
wasn't expecting her to pop up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, we've ticked off 2 of yours on your list so far. So
yeah.
let's see if this is the last part of the list.
Okay.
This category is older gents, like a bit more of a sort of Capaldi
okay.
type, like age range and vibe, or more like action.
You're going to name so many James Bond people. I haven't.
Basically, people that are
yeah.
in the running for Bond, or have been in the running for Bond.
I'm not going to know any of these, am I?
Well, you'll know this first one, Michael Sheen.
Oh, and then we can do a 2 Doctors with 14.
It's just an episode of Staged.
Yeah. Doctor Who version. I think he could play the Doctor, 100%.
I think he could play the Doctor.
Absolutely.
I think I'd like to see him, because obviously he voiced House in The Doctor's Wife, but I'd love to see him.
I'd love to see him as the Doctor.
In Doctor Who, proper.
Proper, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Wasn't he in the running for Doctor Who at one point?
Maybe.
I swear he said something. There was like an interview thing with David Tennant.
Yeah, maybe.
I think he was like, or at least auditioned for one of them, or got asked to audition, but it was the wrong time. Or I don't think I'm making that up. I swear there was something. No, that does
ring a bell now you say it.
Yeah.
I could imagine him.
Oh, 100%.
But again, I think he's not too big, but he's like fairly big.
I think he could. I think he could still come and do it. Michael Sheen, come on, baby.
Here's another interesting one. Richard E. Grant.
No.
No?
I can only see him as... Am I thinking of the right person? He was in Doctor Who. He was the... What's his face? In The Snowman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously he's the Schalke Doctor.
Oh, yeah, he is, isn't he?
So...
yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
I do love Richard E. Grant, but
no,
probably not. Hugh Laurie, who is...
Is that House?
House.
I love him.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him, but he's just Peter Capaldi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colin Firth.
Colin Firth.
Bridget Jones. Colin
Firth. No.
King's Speech.
He gives me the creeps.
He gives you the creeps?
Yeah, there's something about him.
Okay. Fair enough. Sorry, Colin Firth.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant. You know who Hugh Grant is. You do.
I'm panicking.
Like all the
Hugh
90s,
Grant.
like British rom-coms.
Maybe he's the one who I'm thinking gives me the creeps.
This guy.
Oh, him. No. No.
No.
No.
Kind of a doctor in Curse of Fatal Death.
Yeah.
As is Richard E. Grant in that one.
Yeah, no.
Charles Dance.
Who? I'm just going to keep my Google images open.
Yeah.
What is he called?
Charles Dance.
Dance?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Dance.
Shut up. Oh, I recognise him. What do I recognise him from?
He's in Game of Thrones.
Oh, Game of Thrones,
He's
yeah.
the Lannister dad.
Yeah. He's good.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. But
I don't have enough of him to, like, make, like, an official opinion.
yeah.
He's good, but probably
I don't
not,
think
maybe?
he could do... Well, I've not seen him do the sort of quirky...
Right.
You know how Capaldi can play that, like, exactly what you're thinking of him now.
Yeah.
And also the slightly goofy, silly stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can see Charles Dance
Doing that.
playing the lighter side of it.
Right, okay.
Next, Idris Elba.
Idris Elba?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Love Idris Elba.
Yeah, but not
but
as
he's
the
not
Doctor.
Doctor Who.
No.
Tom Hardy.
No, I was shocked when we spoke about this the other
Yeah.
day. We had like a light conversation about it. I couldn't see Tom Hardy as the Doctor at all.
No.
In no way, shape or form.
I can't even see him in the show.
Doctor Who at all, yeah.
No.
No.
I can't really see Idris Elba in the show.
No. No.
No. Andrew Lincoln.
I recognise that name. Walking Dead.
Yeah, because obviously he's British.
I like it when he's sweaty.
God. Andrew Lincoln. Yeah.
Probably not as the Doctor. He can command a room.
Yeah.
He can
He's
act
got
his socks off. Maybe not as the Doctor. I'd like to see him in the show as like a villain.
Yeah, I think he could.
Or some sort of character.
Because I was going to say he may be too big, but he's not really done anything.
Well, he hasn't
post
done anything.
Walking Dead, has he? Like he's done like theatre stuff, but he was one of the the old Vic who do Jack Thorne's Christmas Carol every year.
Yeah.
And we went to see Eccleston in
Yeah.
it. John Sim did it last year,
Mm-hmm.
and Andrew Lincoln was, I think, maybe the first one that did it. So there you go.
Interesting.
Who have we got next? Robert Carlyle. Also in Train Spotting. He's 28 Weeks Later. He's Rumpelstiltskin in Once Upon a Time.
Why does it come up with a mechanical hound? How do you spell Carlyle, please?
Carlyle.
Oh, Carlyle isn't what I spelled wrong. I put robot.
Jesus. You put robot car.
Wait, did you say Russell or Robert?
Robert. Bloody hell. Oh yeah, this will be a nice short podcast, everyone.
Oh, that's why I put in robot. That makes sense.
Yes. Please tell me you just found a photo of him. You're going to be like, never seen him.
I've never seen him.
Yeah, great. He's Scottish. He's very good. He does serious, but he also does...
Oh, no, I do recognise him. I don't know what I recognise him from, but I do recognise his face.
He's in that Once Upon a Time
series. I've never seen that.
But he plays Rumpelstiltskin in that.
Mm.
And he's kind of a villain, but he does the sort of like silly...
So do you think he'd be good? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what. He's in Toxic Town.
No idea.
No, he is, I'm telling you.
No, I'm saying no. I have no idea what that is.
Oh, that's the Jodie Whittaker's Netflix.
Oh!
I never recognise his face.
Ah, there you go then. Yeah, no, I really like Robert Carlyle. I don't think he'd do it. I think he'd be a really good villain.
Yeah.
I think he's maybe... I wouldn't say he's too old, but I think he'd be like, I'm too old to take on a job like this.
Yeah.
Also, he's like fairly big, but I'd say his name is known, but he's not like a big name, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mark Strong, who is... What would you know him from? The Kingsman films.
Never seen them.
You've never seen Kingsman?
No.
Oh.
Wait, what's he called again?
Mark Strong. He's in one of the Shazam films.
He's in Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, he's the Blackwood or something in the
Henry
RDJ.
Blackwood, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's great, but I think he's probably too big for it.
Yeah, I don't
He's
have
like fairly
much.
Hollywood.
I was going to say, I haven't got any kind of reference, but seeing all of the things he's in. Interesting.
Last few on the list now. Michael Fassbender. You know who Michael Fassbender is.
Mm-hmm.
You're actually awful with names.
Yeah, I wasn't joking.
No, I know.
I only know faces.
He's Magneto in the recent X-Men films.
I recognise his face.
He was in the Assassin's Creed film.
Yeah, he was in Assassin's Creed.
He's been
I
in.
didn't see that.
Yeah, Too Big.
Yeah.
Rowan Atkinson.
I know him. No. Only because we've got a family feud.
Beg your pardon? Shit. Well, there we go, guys.
No, cut all of that.
Yeah, but again, obviously a sort of doctor because of Fatal Death.
Yeah.
Which he is pretty good in that.
He
I really
is
like
funny.
him
I
in
like
that.
I've got it on my shelf.
Mm.
I got the VHS of it.
And then the last one, which you probably will need to Google, Dominic West.
Oh, got Scooby. Let's have a look.
He's in. Have you seen the Nat West adverts recently about the banker?
No. He was in Johnny English, so I might recognise him. He was in A Christmas Carol. He was in Finding Dory. Right, let me look at his face now.
Are you not looking at his face first?
No. I do recognise him. Yeah. I'm not sure. Again, I can't really gauge, but I do recognise his face.
Yeah. He's very good. I think probably, again, too big.
Too big,
Don't think he'd take it. But that was meant to be a short little whistle stop.
I'm so sorry.
But Kat doesn't know anyone, so...
This is the thing, I only consume certain medias.
Doctor Who?
Doctor Who and true crime documentaries.
Yeah, that's it, innit?
To be honest.
Maybe occasionally something else that someone from Doctor Who has been in.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's because I see it and I'm like, oh, so-and-so's in it. And then go and watch it.
Yeah.
So...
Well, there we go. Let's get on to the main bulk of the episode. Yeah, so we've each picked... How many have you got?
I've got 4.
4. I've got 4 and then like 5 or 6 like honourable mentions.
Okay. Do you want to do your honourable...
My honourable... I'll do my honourable mentions. So these are people that I think would have been good maybe a few years back.
Okay.
I mean, Olivia Colman would be one.
Right. Why only a few years back? Why not now?
We'll get to it when...
I don't know why I got defensive.
That was very like, all right. We'll get to it when we talk.
Okay.
Because she's one of your picks, isn't she?
Yeah.
So I've got Dev Patel. You know who Dev Patel is. Slumdog Millionaire.
Never seen
Life
it.
of Pi. Skins.
Yeah, I recognise him. Oh, I like him. He's good.
He's great.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, I think he'd be incredible. I think if he were cast around the time Matt or Peter got it.
Right.
Just because I don't think he's like aged out of it.
No.
But I think his star has risen a lot since then. He's too big, and also his career trajectory. Also his career trajectory, like he's writing and directing his own stuff now. His debut film came out last year called Monkey Man. Really, really good. And he's in it as well.
Yeah.
Like he's really, really talented guy. Yeah, would have loved to see him do it. I think he'd have been great. Next I got Saran Jones. Idris in The Doctor's Wife.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Foster. She's been in loads of stuff.
Yeah.
I think maybe just might not be interested in that kind of thing
being
now.
a Doctor Who, yeah.
Yeah, but I think she's great. I think she's a really great actor.
Yeah, I think she did really well with being the TARDIS.
Yeah, I think she
she
maybe
was really good.
thrives or has more interested in like your 9 o'clock BBC dramas.
Right. Okay.
Your stuff like. I don't think she's ever been in this, but like a Line of Duty or like
okay.
do you know what I mean? That kind of that. I get the sense that she's more about that than she would be. Let's move to Cardiff and go hop into time and space.
Yeah.
Next, I got Chiwetel Ejiofor, who is Baron Mordo in the Doctor Strange films.
Is he like the second one who can do all the whirly stuff? Okay, wasn't who I was thinking of. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
12 Years a Slave, Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
He's in Love Actually.
All right, I've never seen it, so.
Yeah, like loads of really good stuff. I think he's too big, to do it now.
Mm-hmm.
But again, would like to have seen him. Domhnall Gleeson, Brendan Gleeson's son, who is ginger, Irish. He's in About Time. He's in those Star Wars films as the sort of...
With the slick back hair?
Yeah.
I know who you're going about.
He's in that one Black Mirror episode where he comes back as an artificial version.
That's one of my favourite Black Mirror episodes. Yeah, he's really good.
I think he's got a lot of range.
Yeah.
I think he can do the... Like, in About Time, it's a Richard Curtis film, so he's a bit bumbly, sort of... Maybe a bit more Matt Smith, sort of, you know.
Yeah.
But then he can, like, in Star Wars...
Yeah.
He's completely,
different.
Yeah, he's got a lot of range. I think, again, probably too big. Also Irish. I don't know if that works against him. I don't know if... I mean, he could play it with a British accent.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I do think that's an interesting thing of what accents can the Doctor have?
Yeah.
Or what nationalities of actor are allowed to play him. Because it's kind of an unwritten rule that they've got to be British.
Yeah.
And I guess the closest in inverted commas we've got to a non-British actor is the fact that Ncuti is Rwandan Scottish.
Well. Yeah.
And there's little tinges of a sort of like African twang in his accent, which is gorgeous. Yeah. His voice is beautiful. Like, there's something so lovely about the accent obviously Sylve and Peter played it with the Scottish accent. Tennant plays it without. Paul McGann's got a bit of that, that Liverpudlian twang in there. It's interesting, sort of like the unwritten rules. And then Chris and Jodie are just like, accents. Oh, nah. I'd like to see... I don't know, I think it's fun when you can kind of distinguish the voices a little bit. But then it would feel wrong if an American played.
I couldn't get behind that.
It feels really it just feels wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't... Yeah.
Yeah.
And then last one on my list is Gemma Chan, who is... She's been in Doctor Who. She is Waters of Mars.
I know who you're on about.
And she was in Humans.
Yeah,
she's
in really good.
Eternals.
Yeah.
Yeah, incredible.
When I started watching Humans, I was like, I know who you are.
I imagine that's how you watch all TV.
Yeah.
Except 90% of the time it's, I don't know who you are. I really, really like Gemma Chan.
Yeah. I could see her playing the Doctor.
Yeah, I think it's... I don't know if it would be a bit of a...
How can you explain it away?
No, I don't think... Because they're not bothered about that, are they? Like, clearly.
Good, true.
But, like, I wonder if it'd be perceived as a bit of a step back in her career.
Oh, really?
In terms of, like, how high profile it is. Because obviously she's done a Marvel film where she was essentially the lead in Eternals.
Right. Yeah, but the Doctor's the lead, isn't she? Okay. Yeah, all right, I understand.
You see what I mean?
Yep.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'd love her to come do it. I think she'd be brilliant.
Yeah.
But those are
they're your honourable mentions.
My honourable mentions, yeah.
Right, let's kick off with one of your main...
Well, do you want to shoot for yours?
You want to shoot for mine first? Well,
I'm just thinking because you've mentioned two.
Okay, well, let's do Olivia Colman first then.
Olivia Colman.
Because I want to know why you don't see her as a Doctor now.
I Okay, so I love Olivia Colman.
Yeah.
She has
Incredible
incredible. She's an
range.
incredible dramatic
Yeah.
actress, incredible comedic
Yeah.
actress. Um, so much range. Seems down for anything.
Yeah.
I think she'd be an incredible doctor. Like I think she'd do something completely different with it.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm only hearing good things.
and yeah, the reason I don't think she would do it is because she's too big now.
Really?
She's literally an Oscar winner.
Yeah.
I can't see somebody doing like massive films and being like she's like such a big name now.
Right. You think she's too big?
I think she's way too big for it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That really sucks.
Yeah. That's genuinely the only reason.
Yeah.
I think she'd be
Incredible.
incredible. It's what yeah, she's one of those many actors that you see her in Doctor Who and go, oh, she's wasted.
She was wasted in the 11th hour.
Yeah,
Come on,
like completely
Prisoner Zero.
Completely wasted. But it's the same with Daniel Kaluuya in Planet of the Dead.
Yeah.
With Josh O'Connor in Cold War, literally turns up for 5 minutes and gets off by an ice warrior. Like, there's all these like incredible actors that have been in the show.
Completely wasted.
And you're like, oh man, I wish they could have had a bigger part. Like, because they're obviously great. But you know, hindsight 2020. Yeah, that's literally the only reason I think she's just too big for it.
Okay, you know what? I accept that.
Thank you.
I thought we were going to have an argument. I was ready.
No, I genuinely think she'd be brilliant.
Yeah, I think she'd be great. She's like one of my top picks.
She'd bring that kind of kooky, you know.
But she's also mother, so it's like.
Yeah, like I think
I'd feel so like safe with her being the doctor.
Yeah, there's an interesting sort of.
She's so comfortable, isn't she? Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I think she could switch on the darker side as well.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'd love to see what she did with it.
But she's been doing like loads of adverts and stuff. Can you still do adverts as an Oscar winner?
Yeah.
Okay, then why can't she be Doctor Who?
Because doing an advert's like
completely different.
2 hours in a recording booth, isn't it? And cashing in your check. Like,
okay.
It's a bit more of a commitment.
Yeah.
I don't think they could afford her.
Well, they afforded Catherine Tate and David Tennant.
I think Olivia Colman's got a higher rate than both of those.
Really? I'm probably just really out of it.
I think Tennant and Tate probably came back more because they wanted to. C, David would have paid them. He would have.
He'd have done it for free.
Yeah, literally, like, Russell hadn't even finished the sentence of, like, do you want to come back? And he was like, Georgia! Get the hair gel! Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like, I don't know. But I would genuinely love to see an Olivia Colman Doctor. I think she'd be absolutely class.
Yeah.
Or just see her in the show at all.
Like, but properly.
Yeah.
Not
like,
just
in a role she can
barking.
actually, you know, get her teeth into.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I don't know. You never know. I don't know. Shall I do my first one?
Yeah, go on then.
So, I'm going to go with Jessie Buckley.
Haven't got the foggiest.
Jessie Buckley, she's great. Just really talented actor and singer as well. She was in that A24 film Men with Rory Kinnear. It's like a horror thriller thing.
Right.
She was in Wicked Little Letters last year or the year before. She's in I'm Thinking of Ending Things, the Charlie Kaufman Netflix thing.
Right.
I think she did Romeo and Juliet over COVID with Josh O'Connor at the National. And then because of the pandemic, they ended up doing it as like a film. Right. She's incredible in that. Just when you just watch someone and go, yeah. I think she'd be great.
Okay.
She is, again, Irish, not British, but I'm cool with it.
I don't have any disagreements with it.
Yeah, I just think she'd bring a kind of energy to it, but also a sort of quiet, maybe more cerebral sort of
Yeah.
Compliment. I can't say the word. Compliment. Never mind. I think she'd be good.
Yeah.
Okay. Check out some of her stuff. And,
I was gonna say
like,
I have no
this,
reference point, so I can't even join you in on this conversation. But I trust your judgment.
Thank you very much.
You're so welcome.
Yeah. Check out some of the stuff.
Yeah.
Have a look. See if you agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There you go.
There we go. Okay, Gillian Anderson, because you know that was also on my list.
Yeah.
Mother.
Again, I think she'd be incredible.
I think the only way she wouldn't be in it is also big name.
Mm-hmm.
Too big.
Yeah.
But I can already just sit and think of how I'd costume her, how I'd write her. It would be absolutely incredible. I think she'd command the space. I think she'd beat every single alien that you put up against her. Just by looking at it, it was just like, yeah, no, I don't want to fight you. Actually, my plans, I don't want to anymore.
No, I've got things to do, darling.
Would you like to go and get a coffee? Are you free? Would you like? I think she's incredible. I'd really, really like her.
Yeah, she's great. She's really, really great, and has obviously done like genre stuff, like sci-fi, fantasy stuff with the X-Files.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
I think she would gel really well into Doctor Who.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost surprised that
She
she's
hasn't
not been in it.
Yeah.
Because obviously with her being in sex education,
Mm-hmm.
I know he was sort of saying like,
I wanted her to be the master, didn't he? Say?
Yeah. Which I think.
Well.
I could see her as.
You know, when the master comes back for the war between the land and the sea, and then he regenerates into Gillian Anderson.
Right. Okay. Sure.
You heard it here, folks.
Sure. Yeah. Hot scoop.
Hot scoop.
Yeah. I think she'd be really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Just wonder if she's maybe too big, that'd be the only downside.
Yeah.
And if she'd want to commit to, because does she live in the States? I mean, I know Sex Education filmed in Wales.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I don't know. Maybe she would.
Oh, I'd love that.
But it's obviously quite a big sort of commitment. If she's living in America,
yeah,
she'd have to relocate here for.
That's fine. She can do that.
She's allowed.
She's allowed. We can do that. We can allow
I'll facilitate that for her. She can come live with me.
My flat's big enough.
Yeah, Gillian Anderson.
Yeah.
What a woman.
I know.
What a woman. Do you follow her on Instagram?
No.
Do. It'll change your life.
Yeah, I'm worried about that.
She's great.
Yeah.
So funny.
I don't really use Instagram.
You will now.
I will now. I'll start.
My second one.
Yeah.
Shock. It's another woman.
Go on.
Lydia West.
Hey! Now that's one of the ones I thought you were going to say. Because she was going to be my fifth one.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. Lydia West. Well, I thought she was going to be Shooty.
Yeah, we thought.
I was convinced it would be Lydia West.
Yeah. Did we speak about this on the pod before?
I don't know. What, in predictions?
Maybe.
Again.
But yeah, we both said that.
Yeah.
I would have put money on.
Yeah, it being
Lydia West. No, we did speak about this because I said, I wonder if it had ever come out. Who
it was supposed to be beforehand. Yeah.
I think she's. Yeah, she's great. Yeah. Like everything I've seen her in, I've gone, yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
But hasn't quite broken
through. Yeah. Which is shocking to me because she's really, really good.
Yeah, and maybe it's just because the stuff she's done has been mainly like British dramas. Like
I can say British.
You know, she's done Years and Years, It's a Sin, Inside Man. Mm-hmm. Like it's all sort of like BBC
stuff,
like Channel 4, you know. Yeah, I wonder if she were maybe on a show like this that has a bit more
a bit more international, though, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit more of a worldwide appeal, puts her on the map a bit more. Do you know what I mean? But I think she'd be great.
Yeah.
And, or if not as the Doctor, I'm kind of surprised that Russell hasn't got her in.
A companion?
I think she'd be a good companion. I think she could.
She must
play
have
villain.
been. I think she must have had her rounds in the audition process at some point. Surely.
Yeah.
I can't see her not. To be honest.
Yeah, surely.
Surely. I put money she's had her face in there. Yeah.
It just seems like a fit. Like a good fit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I'd like to see her.
I'd like to see her do that because she's. I think she's like early 30s, sort of not too big, but has also proven that
she can handle it.
She can, that she's got what chops.
It takes, yeah.
And I think, I know years and years isn't like a silly sort of, but like the more sort of fantastical elements of that where it gets a bit more sci-fi and stuff, like I think she handles all of that really well. She'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she was cast in a Big Finish thing, wasn't she?
I don't know.
I'm sure. Let me just check this.
I'm not big on my Big Finish.
Yeah, so she was. Yeah, that's right. She was in one of the Tom Baker box sets.
Oh right.
Because they sneakily did a headline where it was saying new toy maker cast, and the photo was of Lydia West.
Right.
But it was actually in the same press release
as
that Annette Badland
boxer
had been cast as the toy maker, and she was also in it, just not as the toy maker.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, she's in the Whoniverse.
In the Whoniverse, so you know what that means. Get her in.
Get her in.
Get her in. Get her audition tape in. Let's go.
Yeah, Lydia West.
Mm-hmm.
Who have you got?
My third one, Tania Miller.
Tania Miller. You know what?
What?
She is.
Yeah.
Look.
Oh, I thought she was going to be on your list.
I put her on my list, and she's my number 5 of the list.
Yeah.
But I thought I won't mention because I'm sure she's going to be on yours.
And I knew Lydia West was going to be on yours, and that's definitely why I didn't put her as my number 5.
Sure it was.
She was my number 5. She was.
Yeah, Tania Miller.
I think she should be absolutely great. She brings the Time Lord energy.
Yeah.
She'd bring like ancient, like classic, like ethereal.
I was going to say she has that kind of ethereal like
presence, energy.
Vibe.
Yeah.
She got the vibes, babe.
I'd love to costume design for her.
Yeah.
Her as the Doctor. Me as costume designer. You had it here first.
Bad Wolf. Can we get a number?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's got that sort of. She's got like a very striking image.
Yeah.
I think, like.
Positive. It's a positive.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks incredible.
Yeah.
She's got that sort of like Grace Jones.
Yeah.
Vibe that very sort of confident black woman, shaved head, just a very striking like figure.
Yeah. I think she'd be the perfect Doctor.
Yeah, I think she'd be really, really good. Yeah, just really, I can see her properly sort of commanding the screen.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a really sort of bold direction for them to go in.
Yeah.
I'd love to see what she brought to it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's in the Target novelisation that Russell did for Rose.
Yeah.
There's a line in there that basically describes. Let me see if I can find it.
Mm-hmm.
That basically describes Tania Miller.
Right. Well, as the Doctor.
Yeah. So it's describing. I think it's in the scene where Clive's showing Rose.
Yeah.
The Doctor popping up through history. Describing like hypothetical, like future, or like maybe previous or mysterious incarnations and whatever.
Sure.
And and the quote is, "A tall, bold black woman wielding a flaming sword." Tell me that's not
Tania
Tania
Miller.
And in the illustrated one,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
It's just Tania Miller.
Absolutely.
It's just
yeah.
Tania Miller.
That's kind of sort of how I'd probably dress her as well, but a little bit more Time Lord, like spacey, sci-fi.
Maybe a little bit more extravagant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, if you think of that silhouette, that's the silhouette I'd design.
Yeah.
But just like actual details would be different.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to see your version.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you could do that.
I was going to say that I could put that on my to-do list. That will probably be a project that would never ever see the light of day. I know, still waiting on yours.
Yeah.
I know.
Kat was like, "Oh, I know exactly how I'd dress."
I do. I know exactly how I'd do it. 100%. And then I was going to give you all your sketches for your birthday, and that was 2 years ago.
Well, I've got another one on Sunday.
Is it this Sunday?
My birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This Sunday.
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't forget. Remember names that I don't know, that I don't remember dates either.
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was this soon.
Yeah.
June.
Yeah.
First week of June.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8th of June.
8th of
if
June.
anyone
yeah.
wants to send me anything.
Yeah.
I mean, this will be out on the 10th, but the 11th.
Your birthday would have already happened.
Yeah, it's fine, you know.
Of course, it's the 8th of June. So it was the 18th. So I added my 10 onto your 8.
Yeah.
And came with the 18th.
Carry the 1.
Carry the 1.
Long division.
Yeah, minus...
Square that.
And it's Sunday.
Yeah, Tania Miller.
Yeah.
She'd be incredible.
Yeah.
Really, really good. I would like to see...
I would really like to see that.
Because, again, she's one of those people that...
was not used correctly.
Yeah, because obviously she popped up in
Hellbent.
and
nothing
very,
happened.
very little sort of blink and you'll miss it. Almost cameo, but like... Yeah.
But like, I guess... that means that if she was cast as the Doctor, they don't have to be like, oh, I know this face, because it's far enough removed now.
Yeah, it doesn't.
That it doesn't need any kind of
10 years
explanation.
ago,
yeah, and it was like side character.
Yeah.
Vibe. So.
I think she'd be brilliant, and obviously has a working relationship with Russell.
Yeah.
Get her in.
Yeah, get her
in.
Get her in. Every one of these were like, yes, that's perfect. Get her in.
Get them all in.
Get them all in. Multi-Doctor story.
Well, my next one.
Yeah.
See if you know this one.
Mm.
Rose Leslie.
Who?
Give her a gooks.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So she's good.
She's in.
She's at Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Ygritte? I think. Jon Snow's boo, and married to Kit Harington in real life.
She's really good. I'd love to see her. Me, everyone. I'd love to see her as the Doctor. No, but she's really good. Yeah. She's really good. She brings that kind of... She plays that genre well, doesn't she? She brings the vibes. Yeah,
she's got a real sort of... like mysticism about her.
Yeah.
And... Yeah, like there's something...
She's really
going
good.
on behind the eyes. Like, you just watch someone and you're like, yeah. You're good.
Yeah.
But it's so she's Scottish but doesn't have a Scottish accent.
Right.
Because obviously in Game of Thrones, which is the first I knew of her.
Yeah. Well, that's the first time I saw her as well.
She's like proper Northern Yorkshire.
Yeah.
But she's, even though she's Scottish, she's like basically has like an RP English accent.
Right.
Seriously, have a look. It's the first time I heard it. It was like really bizarre. She like really genuinely talks like this. It's very, very odd.
Well, now I have to listen, don't I?
You just don't expect it coming out of her mouth. I think.
Okay. Because like my main when I think of her, like in this moment, it was, you know, her fight scene on the mountain in the snow with Jon Snow. That's like
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Yeah, exactly. Let's listen.
Hi, I'm Rose Leslie, and I'm with Harper's Bazaar UK, and we are about to find out what it is that you might not know about me.
That's insane.
That's
insane. What?
Yeah.
Wow.
But she's
what makes me the happiest is my.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to hear her like that.
No, I don't think. I think. Yeah, I wouldn't want her to play it with her own accent.
No.
Just because I don't know. I think we've kind of moved away from the RP of classic Doctors. You know, because you got Chris with his Salford.
Yeah.
Jodie from Huddersfield. Peter Capaldi. No, I can't do a 12.
You can't do a 12.
Well, I can do a 10.
You can do a 10.
Yeah, I think the closest you get to like an RP accent in Modern Who is Matt.
Yeah.
But even then he goes a little bit southern at points where he's like, "Oh, you're right, mate."
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's little twangs in there. But he's from Nottingham?
Northampton.
Northampton?
Yeah. He's down my end.
Oh.
We shared the theatre stage together. Oh. Yeah, where he went to school is where I used to compete.
Okay.
So we performed on the same stage.
So you didn't share the stage?
No, not together.
That is what share means, I think.
I shared the floor with him. His feet were also on the same floor as mine. Were. Not that we shared the stage acting together. That would be sick. No, yeah, where he went to school is where I used to compete.
But yeah, I think she could play it with basically any accent she wanted.
Yeah,
it's not.
She'd be really good.
Not unheard of, you know. DT's like putting accents on.
Yeah.
Is he the only Doctor not to play
himself?
Not to play it with his own accent.
Eccleston did. Matt did. Capaldi did. Jodie did. Ncuti did, yeah.
And even like I know like Paul kind of slightly de-scouses himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Sylve turns the Scottish back a little bit.
Yeah.
And Tom's a Scouser. Tom's from Liverpool.
Baker?
Yeah.
Mad. I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Born in Liverpool.
Mad.
Because when Ncuti was cast,
yeah,
Sylve either put a tweet out or sent a text to him,
yeah,
saying something along the lines of like Scots for Scousers too,
yeah,
or something
yeah.
like yeah, which
nice.
is great.
Yeah,
but yeah, Tom's
learn something new every day.
Yeah,
interesting.
But obviously you can't hear it.
No,
and it's Tom Baker.
Yeah.
Now
I want to watch 4. God damn
it. But yeah, I think she'd be. Rose Leslie would be.
Yeah.
Great.
I think I'd want to hear her in a northern accent.
Maybe. Would it be too similar to Jodie though? Do you think maybe?
No.
It
depends where she plays it.
I guess, but I mean, if we've got the two female doctors that we've got both being northern.
So.
Yeah, that's true.
So we go against northern, huh?
Love a northern accent.
Liam identifies as a northern person.
Yeah.
He feels like he belongs.
I do.
Up north.
I do.
I know. He is northern at heart.
Which is funny when you've got my voice.
Yeah, which is hilarious.
My accent.
Yeah.
But again, this is trained.
Uh-huh. This is trained.
No, I mean I trained myself out of. I'm from Birmingham, everyone. So. Yeah, I used to talk like that.
Yeah, I don't think we'd be as close and as friendly as we are if you spoke with a Birmingham accent.
No, probably not.
To be quite honest.
Yeah. There we go. That's nice of you. How elitist.
I'm joking.
I know you're not. Who is your final pick?
Okay, my final pick is drumroll. Ambika Mod.
Who?
Ambika Mod?
Ambika Mod. I don't know who Ambika Mod is.
Get the bloody googs up then, mate. Sorry, is there someone that I know and you don't?
Clearly.
Oh my god, this is unheard of.
Let me have a look. Ambika Mod.
Ambika Mod, yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Oh, yeah, she's great.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's
really
brilliant.
Good. She's really strong, and she's in that category where she's not that big that she could play the Doctor.
Yeah.
I think she's in that nice little bracket.
Yeah, because I know her from This Is Going to Hurt. Mm-hmm. That's the first thing I saw. I don't know if I've seen her in anything else though.
I saw her in the latest Disney Plus series. That's where the Stolen Girl.
The Stolen Girl, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I first saw her.
And she was in that One Day, that Netflix rom-com thing, romantic drama thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, she's really good. She's really strong. When I was watching her, she plays like a investigative journalist type thing, but she really holds her own. She's really good. Okay. She's got the range. I think she'd be really good as a Doctor.
Yeah,
she's really good.
I can see her.
She's got the look. She's got the energy, and she's got the personality as well. I think she'll be great.
I'm just having a look on her filmography. She was actually in Doctor Who Redacted.
I didn't. I haven't.
I've not listened to Redacted.
I haven't listened to Redacted.
There's Captain Chopra.
Interesting.
Chopra?
Again.
Anyone that's listened to Redacted.
So someone who is in the Doctor Who world. Get her in.
She was in I Hate Susie. She's in an episode of that.
That might be where I recognised her from, because when I love I Hate Susie, and when I was watching her on my telly box,
yeah,
I was like, I recognise you. What do I recognise your face from? Probably I Hate Susie.
I've still not.
You haven't seen I Hate Susie? Oh my goodness!
Which is, I know.
It's really good though.
Because
it's really good.
Obviously, I want to see it anyway because Billie Piper.
Yeah.
And she's great. Yeah. But also, I really, really love Lucy Prebble, who she created with.
Yeah.
She's the writer of one of my favourite plays, The Effect. So it's been one of those.
So why have you not done it then? It's been years.
I think it's because it was. What was it on?
Sky.
It was on Sky.
Sky.
And I think at this point I didn't have Sky.
Right. Well, now you do. So.
I don't.
Okay.
But I will find it. I will track it down and I will watch it.
You better.
Definitely before.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Go.
Definitely before we get Billy popping back up.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, is all right because that gives me about 3 years leeway.
No, we're not having that. Don't you dare.
The other thing, she's in an upcoming film it's in. Are they film? No, it's in post production at the minute.
Right.
Called Sacrifice. An action adventure comedy film, and this cast is stacked.
Go on.
Anya Taylor-Joy, Chris Evans, Salma Hayek, Vincent Castle, Sam Richardson, Charlie XCX, and John Malkovich, and Ambika Mod.
Right.
Interestingly,
so
she is 5th out of 8 on the
cast list.
Yeah, on the Wikipedia summary anyway.
Interesting. So maybe
she might
be too big.
But then,
well, no, because David Tennant.
I was going to say David Tennant did Goblet of Fire or whichever one he was in. Around, I think that came out around the time of Series 1, wasn't it?
Yeah, it would have been.
So I think he basically would have filmed it
that, and then
as he was like in between Casanova and getting.
I love Casanova.
I've not seen it in probably about 10 years.
I have the DVD of it.
But I'd like
Casanova.
to. I can't remember.
The one thing I can't get over is David Tennant's blue bloody contact lenses. They're just so fine. They're not even like the right shade of blue for his Oh.
Anyway. Before we go on a 10-minute tangent on
Sorry. David
Tennant's contact lenses.
lenses.
My...
Oh, yeah, we still haven't finished you.
No.
Sorry.
My final pick.
Go on then. What's your final pick?
And this is... I say my favourite.
Right.
I think I'd love to see all of the ones that I've got. And to be fair, all of the ones that you've got. But this is the first name when I thought, who do I want to see? Who would I like to see as the Doctor? This was the first name that came
This is
to
the
my head.
man.
It's a man.
Of course.
Yuck.
Of course. No, go on.
Adrian Lester immediately reaches for the phone.
I don't know who you're bloody.
So he's an incredible actor. Sort of, I'm going to say he's in his 50s.
Wait, I know him. What do I know him from? I know him.
He's in an episode of Staged.
Yeah, I know him from Stage, but he's been in something else BBC.
The big one is Hustle.
Case 39. Horror film.
Oh, no idea. Hustle's the main thing I know him from, which was
Been in something else as well.
like a sort of mid 2000s like British kind of like heist show, which was really good. Got Mark Warren in it.
I do remember like that.
I've
seen him in something else as well, like BBC early 2000s. Maybe it was Hustle. But yeah, I know who you're going on about.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of like sort of crime dramas. He's done a lot of theatre work. He's done a lot of Shakespeare.
Yeah.
So he's really got that gravitas, but also I think he could have that kind of fun, slightly more light-hearted edge. He's also a Brummie.
Is he?
He is.
Interesting.
Brummies represent.
Never do that again.
Yeah, he's from Birmingham because they shot most of Hustle in Birmingham, like in the loads of the exterior like street shots. They're all in city centre.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I am looking through pictures of him now, and like things that he's been in, I do recognise him from. Interesting choice.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I can't really go back and forth with you because I'm not 100%.
No, that's all right. I'm gonna do a quick Google and put Adrian Lester Doctor Who.
Yeah, but it's come up with Doctor Who as well on the images.
Oh, has it?
Doctor Who.
I was gonna say see if.
Wait, Doctor Who TV. Adrian Lester on Doctor Who role. Okay, so apparently he's been talked about. Mate, I need to see him act, I think. Hustle actor Adrian Lester was a guest on Graham Norton's Radio 2 show earlier today and the topic of Doctor Who came up. A listener sent in a question asking if he would consider taking on the role as the next Doctor, and his answer was intriguing. I've had chats with my agent about it. We're going to and fro about considering it, he said, before hastily adding, not that it's on my lap to consider, but any actor offered that role would. It's a gem of a role and it's got a long history. We keep having conversations about it. Anyway, it's up in the air. And that was January 2012.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about him.
Right.
There's a real enigmatic sort of energy that he gives off.
Yeah.
A real like mercurial sort of. I really, really like him. I think he's a great actor. And yeah, I'm sad I've not seen him in more stuff.
Yeah.
I think he'd be, again, he's a name, but not like a big name.
Right.
And it'd be the first Brummie Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I believe.
What? You're not the Doctor?
It's me. I'm 16.
Sorry. Thought you were... Sorry.
How old am I? Because you don't know my birthday.
You're the year below me. So you'll be 20...
In fact, the year below me at school.
You'll be 27... No, you're younger. You'll be 26 Sunday?
I will be 26 on Sunday.
Look at that. See? I know your age, just not when you were born.
Yeah. So there you go. Brummie Doctor. That's what I'm after. Because then it paves the way for me.
I was going to say, is anyone after that?
Well, you don't have to play it with a Birmingham accent, do you?
No.
I would, but...
No, you wouldn't. Go
Yeah.
on then, be a doctor. Go on. Say something doctory. I'm a Dalek. Go.
Right, here's the thing. I'm the Doctor.
Yeah.
I'm 2,000 years old.
Yeah.
I travel throughout time and space.
Why do you sound like Tommy Shelby?
Right, here's the thing. Or,
Very good.
do we want Tom Hardy as the Doctor?
Yeah, go on then.
Well, Daleks, yeah. I don't like them. Right. Who else we got? Who else in the impressions bank?
Yeah.
I'll tell you who else in the...
Don't bloody.
I'll tell you who else in the impressions bank. James Acaster. Yeah. Me.
Yeah.
James Acaster as Doctor Who. Oh.
I'd love to see James Acaster as Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Man, I'd love that. I'd be tuning in every week. Not that I did already, but I'd be tuning in.
Doctor, what happened to the TARDIS? Started flying it. Had a breakdown.
Bon appetit. Oh dear.
Well, there we go. Thank you very much for tuning into this one.
Yeah.
Obviously, we finished the reviews of the new season now, but we'll still be here, weekly episodes.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna do some different topics.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do some reviews of old episodes. We're gonna have some guests.
Ooh.
Special guests.
Special guests. We are.
Yeah, we've got some things in the pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you very much for listening to this one. Let us know what you think of our picks. Let us know who you would like to see.
Yeah, very interested in that.
As the Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And also any theories that you have on Billie Piper. Is she the Doctor? Is she the Bad Wolf? Is
Bad
she
Wolf.
the TARDIS?
Bad
Is she
Well,
something else?
Yeah, but it'd be, if she was Bad Wolf, it would be related to the TARDIS. It would be like TARDIS Bad Wolf, wouldn't it?
I know. I'm just throwing things out there. I'm trying to get engagement.
So are you doing this purely for content generation?
Yeah, call me Russell T Davies. So let us know. Let us know what you think. And next week I can exclusively reveal.
Drum roll.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you.
We will have a certain Mr. Harbour Holmes.
Yes.
On the podcast.
Indeed.
But before then, where can they catch you?
They can catch me on Twitter at simplyk_XO. Where can they catch you? They
can catch me also on Twitter at SuddenBiscuit and also on the SuddenBiscuit YouTube channel, which you may very well be listening to this here podcast on as we speak.
Oh, very nice, very good, very nice.
Yes. Thank you very much for listening, and we will be back next week for some more Doctor Who discussions and nonsensical antics.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's what we do, baby.
Oh yeah. Bye.
Bye. Oh, the bloody TARDIS is knackered again.